What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So I want to talk about how your response can change the narcissist's mood. And I'm going to give you examples of what I'm talking about. So I've dealt with this so many times with the narcissist. It's just something that I feel like I need to share just in case you dealt with something like this with someone and you can't really, call it off for what it is. I'm going to let you know now, this is a narc thing. Narcs love to make people feel like they are responsible for their feelings. And as soon as you show them that, well, I don't care how you feel, this is when you will see a sudden mood change. You will see them become angry or just give you a very loud and rude response. Like you just see them in a whole nother light all of a sudden, like it's a sudden mood change for them. And it is something like you are controlling them. But don't ever let them get to you to the point to where you feel like you have to please them. You have to give them the response they need. You have to be the yes man. That's how a lot of people become yes men to people, because you're telling them what they want to hear and you don't have to do that, you know. So I'm going to give you two examples of real quick how a person's response can change the narcissist's mood. And I get this a lot from her. I've gotten this a lot from her at work during the time I used to, communicate with her. She would say things and she would run it in the dirt. Say, for instance, things that you see on the news, on the weather, anything. And it's nine of us at work. So she will bring this up to me first, and then she'll bring it up to everybody else. And because you're not giving her the response she wants, like she really needs to feel emotion behind anything that you say to her. And when you don't give her that, she gets angry about it. She'll say something like, you see, they got a storm out in a Gulf. I'm like, oh, Lord. And I don't even have batteries, or I don't have this, I don't have that, got to go to the store. And by the time we get out of here, it's just always a complaint. By the time we get out of here, the people the shelves are gonna be empty and gonna leave nothing for us. That's why when they see stuff like that on the news, they just need to shut school down so we can, well, no, if you just, be ahead of all that. We live in Louisiana. I mean, we're used to hurricanes, we're used to tropical storms. It's like we should already have all that stuff stocked up and put away, because you just never know, you know, when disaster strikes, we'll already be prepared for that stuff. So it's like, and that's for anybody, not just here in Louisiana, like anywhere you live, it's going to always be like a natural disaster area. People know what to do to be prepared. So it's like when she make these announcements, she feels empowered to be like this resourceful person. Like she's the source, and everybody needs to hear this from her. Like, you're not the only one who watched the news. Just because we're not talking about it at work doesn't mean we don't watch the news. And she do this, she'll mention it over and over again. And when you don't give her the response she wants, she's gonna get angry. So if you just be like, well, say for instance, she tell you they got a storm out there, did you see that? And she wants you to be on high alert or feel worried, and you like not phased by it, and you give her a response like, well, I'm not worrying about that, because it's not the first one, won't be the last. I'm glad I still have supplies from last time that I didn't really have to use during a storm. And because you didn't say something like, for real, what? And stuff like that, oh Lord, what am I going to do? Then she'll be like, well, I didn't ask you, did you care or not? I was just saying. And it's like, well, what you getting angry about it for? That's how she responds to things. That's how it changes her whole mood. And with that comes silent treatment, or she'll start talking about you to other people. Like if you're ungrateful that she gave you this news that you're going to end up finding out about eventually. Yeah, so that's how she responds in a negative way to things that she feel like you just don't care about. And that's how they make you responsible for their feelings. Like, you made me feel like you're ungrateful, that I'm giving you some important information and you just like, I don't care. It's like I didn't make you feel anything. You chose to take it that way. But you don't tell a narcissist that, because when you tell them that, it's like you giving them a reaction, and they feed off your reaction. They feed off you explaining yourself to them. So never give them a reaction, never give them a response that they were expecting. Don't tell them why you didn't give them the response they were expecting. Just give them nothing and let them just soak in their rage, and you'll be all right. It's all about you at this point. Forget about the narc. So, also, another, like a double response that is just a killer to them is when you respond to them, but your respond is not, I know I'm saying respond a lot, but yeah, I need to for the sake of this video. Like, you give them a reaction, and you don't give them like a verbal response. You just kind of give them a body movement. Like, they say the same thing to you. Did you hear about that bad storm coming? And you'd be like, you don't even say anything. And she pay attention to that, like, because first of all, she's already looking at you. She waiting to hear something. She needs you to say, what? Oh God, what am I gonna do? And you're not fazed. Like, we live in Louisiana, we used to that, but you don't even say that. All you do is just give her the, and you doing your work. And she'll be like, excuse me? And I've gotten this from her before. Excuse me? Like, she's chastising you because you didn't give her the right answer. She'll say, excuse me, I see you humping your shoulders. What is all that for? Like, because I just hump my shoulders. They're my shoulders. And this is like the double response. This is the killer. She'll be like, well, I know they're your shoulders. I just asked you because I see you humping your shoulders when I'm telling you about something. Like, so I didn't ask you about it, but okay. Well, I didn't say you asked me. Like, that's how they get so angry, because they cannot control the whole conversation, because they can't control the response. And again, they just get mad, give you the silent treatment and all that. Again, just ignore it, let them have their little way in the moment, and you just keep doing what you're doing. Don't even, just don't explain nothing to the narcissist. It's not worth it. You'll be wasting your time, because no matter, even if you say something like, well, I didn't mean it that way, I was just, that's when they got you. They got you right where they want you. As soon as you start explaining yourself, they're getting the perfect reaction out of you that makes them feel empowered. They feel like they're controlling your mind, they're controlling the conversation, they're controlling the response. They know how to get you to cooperate. It's all about cooperating with them. They have to be in control. So just don't give it to them, but just pay attention to stuff like that in case you ever, get this from somebody and you just can't put your finger on it. Like, what is going on? What did I do? You didn't do anything. You're not responsible for the narcissist's feelings. They are in their feelings 24/7, and they know, they know how to kind of bait you in. As soon as you bite back, that's when they got you. And biting back, what I mean by that is giving them a reaction, or giving them the response they need. Just being a yes man to the narc. You don't have to do that. Be at peace with yourself. Say what you really feel and mean it. And you're going to be all right. And forget about the narc. Don't worry about their feelings, because, again, you're not responsible for all that. Only responsible for yourself, your peace of mind and happiness. And that's it. That's all. So thank y'all for watching. Leave your comments down below, and I'll talk to you soon.